Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome here to the Launchpad and our live launch coverage of SpaceX Starlink 6 108, set to launch from Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. We are counting down now just under 28 minutes and counting till liftoff of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. If it's your first time here, though, welcome. My name is Zach. I'm the founder and host here at the Launchpad Network, and here at TLP, it's our mission to inform and inspire the explorers of tomorrow, because we believe that space is better together. We're glad to have you joining us live here today. While we get started, take a moment, let us know in the chat where you're watching from. And while you do so, take a moment and engage that like button and share out the stream. Invite people to join us. It's free to do so, and we really do appreciate your guys' support. Falcon 9 is vertical on the pad and well into fueling operations for today's mission. We'll get that sequence of events up on your screen here so you can see where we are at in that fueling timeline. Taking a look at the weather right now, everything looking pretty good for today, sitting at 85% go for launch at the last update. On board today's Falcon 9, there are 29 Starlink V2 minis getting ready to head up to low Earth orbit, continuing to expand the global Starlink constellation. Today's Falcon 9 booster is booster 1069, going for its 30th flight on a 49-day turnaround. This booster first flew back on CRS-24 on December 21st, 2021. It last flew on January 9th, launching Starlink 6-96 from the same pad at Slick 40. This booster previously supported, as I said, CRS-24, Eutelsat Hotbird 13F, OneWeb 1, SES-18, SES-19, and 25 previous Starlink missions. It is not the flight leader. The flight leader has about four more flights on this one, but it is definitely up there in one of the most flown boosters. Following stage separation, Falcon 9 booster 1069 will come down and land on the drone ship A Shortfall of Gravitas, which is stationed downrange in the Atlantic Ocean. We got lots of people just jumping on. It's great having you here with us. If you haven't yet, take a moment. You can send in those questions you have in the chat by tagging me at the Launchpad. I'll do my very best on answering those live. We got James watching on Facebook from London, Ontario. Welcome. We've got Birch watching in Devon, England. We've got Melina, I hope I'm saying that right, in Aurora, Canada, and Ontario. Rafi is watching from England. Good morning. I guess it'd be probably good afternoon now. Almost good afternoon for you guys. Great to have you joining us here today. 25 minutes and counting until liftoff here. Propellant loading now well underway on the vehicle. At T-minus 35 minutes, RP-1 rocket-grade kerosene began loading on both the first and the second stage. At that same time, liquid oxygen began loading onto the first stage, and we're about 10 minutes or so away from liquid oxygen beginning to load onto the second stage. Just a quick little programming note. We do have the Artemis update happening later this morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. That is when NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman and other mission directors and NASA executives will be addressing the path forward for Artemis 2, as well as apparently talking about the future of the Artemis program. We, of course, will be bringing that to you fully live right here on the Launchpad, so we hope you'll join us for that a little bit later in the morning. Also taking a look towards the launch schedule, later tonight we have That's Not a Knife, an Electron suborbital mission with Rocket Lab. They have been trying to get that off the ground for a few days, so fingers crossed that tonight we have that targeting 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We will have live coverage of that. Tomorrow evening, Stairway to 7, an Alpha Block 1 vehicle from Firefly, set to launch from Vandenberg. Stay tuned. We are working on bringing you hopefully some coverage of that. And then going into the end of the weekend on Sunday at 3 a.m., Eastern Time, we have a Falcon 9 launching from Vandenberg, and at 7 p.m., a Falcon 9 launching from here on the Cape. Looking at the month ahead, some of the biggest missions coming up. Progress MS-33, tentatively scheduled for March 22nd. We've got an Electron from Mahia Peninsula in New Zealand on March 24th. We've got Transporter 16 targeting March 29th. We've got a GSLV Mark II targeting sometime in March. And of course, the big question, when will New Glenn fly? When will Starship fly? When will LVM-3 fly? And when will Artemis 2 fly? We will bringing you full live coverage of all those, so make sure you subscribe so you never miss a live launch coverage. SpaceX will begin their broadcast in about 15 minutes or so. Once they do, of course, we will patch them in so we can listen into mission control and see those incredible views from out on the pad. Again, if you guys have questions, you can send those in the chat by tagging me at the launch pad. I'm running the stream, but also getting ready to run outside and see this launch in person. It's been a few days since we've had one, and it'll be nice to see it light up the morning sky. So make sure you stay tuned to our social media, see if any of our rocket chasers got out there this morning to capture, but also check it out because there's some incredible photography and videography coming from the rollback of the Space Launch System, Artemis 2, now back in the VAB. And again, a huge thank you to NASA PAO for the opportunity of being there for rollback and stepping into that incredible vehicle assembly building to see SLS up close. We're counting down now, just over 21 minutes and counting till launch. Stay with us right here on the launch pad. And if you're just joining us, welcome here to the launch pad and our live launch coverage of SpaceX Starlink 6-108, set to launch from Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station here in Florida. If you haven't yet, take a moment, let us know in the chat where you're watching from, and while you do so, engage that like button, share out the stream, invite people to join us. We are counting down now just 5 minutes, 34 seconds, and counting to liftoff of SpaceX Falcon 9 booster 1069, going for its 30th flight here today with 29 Starlink V2 minis on board, ready to head up to low Earth orbit. We are just waiting for SpaceX to begin their live broadcast here. The moment that they do, we'll listen in to SpaceX Mission Control here. They normally do right about that 5-minute mark in the countdown. Propellant loading well underway, now just topping those tanks and preparing for strong back retract. Engine chill now underway. And as you can see, there is a live view of Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral here in Florida, and across the Space Coast we are really fogged in. You can actually see it on the top right of your screen. You can see that kind of light blue cloud layer that you can I can hardly see out the parking lot where I am, and you can hardly see a rocket from a few hundred feet away, but trust me, there is a fully fueled Falcon 9 there. There's another view. You can see the rocket on the pad preparing to launch. T-minus 4 minutes 20 seconds and counting till liftoff. You can see there fairing, one side having flown quite a bit, other side looks a little bit newer, but both sides are used fairings. SpaceX used to confirm which fairings were being used, but we don't get that information as much as we used to, just because it is such an active program and those things get moved around quite a bit. Now under 4 minutes and counting, just waiting. You can see there the strong back retract beginning. That is that truss structure beside Falcon 9, that claw opening up, and then that truss structure will retract a number of degrees away in preparation for flight, and then they are purging those lines on the strong back as well. During the actual liftoff sequence, the strong back will retract even further away, about to a 45-degree angle. As we come down to that 3-minute mark, 3 minutes, 10 seconds and counting, let's see a go, no go in the chat from you guys. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to become a TLP member and get access to those custom TLP launch emotes. It's also a great chance to share out the stream and invite people to join us here for the final 3 minutes of the launch countdown.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete. Ground gas close. 30 seconds. T minus 15 seconds. T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon is supersonic. Max Q.
Vac chill underway. Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
Vac ignition.
Bearing separation confirmed. Stage 1 FTS is safe.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Stage 2 FTS is safe.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown. Stage 1 transonic. Stage 1 landing burn. Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.